Hello and welcome to Soso Kids Channel. Tonight, it's time for a cozy bedtime story. So snuggle up, close your eyes, and let's begin. Soso loved experimenting in her kitchen. And one day she had an idea to make an awesome sparkly blue juice. She put blueberries, cucumbers, mint leaves and a secret ingredient into her magic blender. After she turned it on, the juice sparkled just like magic. And then she poured it into a fancy glass cup. Then Soso called her best friend Theo. Come over for a sleepover. We can play games, do each other's nails and have my new favorite juice, she said. Soon Theo arrived carrying a bag of marshmallows. I brought snacks, he said. Me too, Soso replied with a smile. They tried the sparkly blue juice. It tasted like sweet dreams and cool breezes. Just as they were about to start their game, Theo suddenly shouted, "This juice is making me feel super honest." What do you mean? Soso asked. Theo took a deep breath. Well, I was going to tell you that your hair looked really pretty today, but I didn't want to make you feel like I only like your friendship because you are pretty. So I was gonna hide it. Oh, Soso said, feeling a little sad. Well, now I know how you really feel. Then Theo started to giggle again. It's not so bad. In fact, this honesty juice is kind of fun. You know, I think your hair looks really pretty today. Soso felt better. Then she thought, if the juice makes you say everything you feel, then it might make you say everything you want to say. An idea popped into her head. Let's try writing stories with this juice. They sat down at the table, each with a piece of paper and a pencil. Theo wrote, once upon a time there was a brave knight who rescued a princess from a tower. Then Soso wrote, one day a talking cat asked a little girl for some milk. They kept writing stories, sometimes changing the same scene from different points of view. It was so much fun to be so creative, and it was even more fun to hear each other's stories. But soon it was time to go. I have to go home now, Theo said. Can I get some juice to take with me? He asked. Soso filled up a small bottle for him. Be honest and tell me what you really think about the juice, she said with a wink. Theo took the bottle and headed home. The next day at school, Theo told his classmates all about the magical honesty juice. They wanted to come over after school and try it. When Soso opened the door, they all rushed inside. Wow, it's so cool in here, one of them said. Yeah, we can write stories together and be honest with each other, Theo added. Soso gave them each a glass of juice, and then they all sat down at the table. A girl named Zoe wrote, there once was a boy who liked pizza so much that he ate one whole by himself. That sounds like Peter, another student said with a laugh. Peter blushed. He was the quietest kid in class. No one ever asked him about his weekend plans or what he liked to do. But now everyone knew he liked pizza. Next, Peter wrote, one day a girl came to class without her homework, but she said she forgot it at home. Oh, that sounds like me, the girl said, covering her mouth with both hands. Suddenly everyone started laughing. Peter felt embarrassed, but then he noticed Zoe looking down at her paper. He walked over to her and asked, what's wrong? I wrote that you liked pizza, but you don't even like pizza. I only said it because I wanted to make you laugh, Zoe explained. Oh, I understand, Peter said with a smile. Sometimes it's important to tell the truth, but it's also important to consider how others feel, Zoe nodded happily. After school, the kids said goodbye. They all went home thinking about what they had learned. Back in Sosa's kitchen, Sosa and Sio were cleaning up the juice bottles when Sio spoke up. You know, Soso, you should keep the secret ingredient in your juice forever. It's so cool to be honest, but sometimes people would rather not hear the truth. Like when I said that Zoe never does her homework. She actually always does her homework, but she just forgot it today. Oh, yeah, Sosa replied. Sometimes honesty feels good, but sometimes it would feel better to say something nice instead of the truth. Exactly, Sio said. And sometimes people would rather not hear the truth. Like that time I said Peter doesn't have any friends. I only said that because I wanted to make him feel bad, but he's actually really nice and funny. Soso said thoughtfully. She believed that honesty is the best policy, but what Sio said made her think of a different saying. Honesty is the best policy, but kindness is even better. Sosa stopped for a moment and thought hard. Then she went back to her magic blender. This time she added all the same ingredients she used before, except for the secret ingredient. Instead, she added extra fruit for flavor. First, she poured the juice into a fancy glass cup. It looked just like the last batch, but this time it tasted even better. Then she poured some into a small bottle and handed it to Sio. Take this home and share it with your family. And tomorrow, bring your whole family back here for some more, she said. Yay! Sio shouted and ran out the door. The next day, Sio's whole family came over. There was his mom, his dad, his little brother, and even his grandma. They all sat around the table while Sosa served them all glasses of the sparkly blue juice. Don't forget, Sosa reminded them, be honest, but also kind. Then everyone started writing their stories. Sio's dad wrote, once upon a time there was a superhero who could fly faster than the wind. Sio's mom wrote, in a faraway land, there was a princess who dreamed of becoming a doctor. His little brother wrote, one day a kitten climbed up a tall tree and couldn't get down. And even Grandma wrote, in a village by the sea, there lived a baker who made delicious bread every day. After they read their stories, everyone agreed. Sosa's juice was amazing. It helped them express themselves in their creativity. And then Sio's mom said, I want to ask you something. How did you come up with this wonderful idea? Well, it all started when Sio and I wanted to write stories together, Sosa replied. But sometimes when he was writing, he would make me feel bad about myself, she added with a frown. And sometimes when I was writing, I made him feel bad too, Sio said quietly. We needed a way to be honest with each other but also kind. That's when I invented this juice. It made us say everything we felt. The good, the bad, and the funny. That's why I call it truth juice, she said with a smile. Everyone drank some more juice and continued writing their stories. They wrote about adventures, friendship, and kindness. After they finished their stories, Sio's dad said, Sosa, you've created something special here. This juice is a wonderful invention. Sio's mom nodded. It helps us be honest, but also kind. And that's a perfect combination. Then Sosa had an idea. Why don't we add the secret ingredient to the new batch? That way it'll not only help us be honest, but it'll help us be kind too. Great idea, Seo's dad said, "Let's call it truth plus heart juice." And that's what they did. They all drank the new batch of juice and called it truth plus heart juice. When it was time to go, Seo's family thanked Soso for the wonderful day. "We can't wait to come back for more juice," Seo's mom said. As they waved goodbye, Soso felt happy. She learned that honesty is powerful, but its strongest when said with kindness. And that's the end of our story. Thank you for listening to our bedtime story. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Soso's Kids Channel. Sweet dreams and bye-bye.